Hi everyone and welcome to Just Love. My name is Paula and I'm here with Judy. Hi Judy.
Hi Paula, hi everyone.
The last two messages that Judy read from her book, The Way of the Forest, were themed around water. Two incredibly beautiful messages, the first entitled A Spring of Sweet Water and the second entitled The River. Both of these messages evoked very powerful and useful analogies for us as human beings navigating our life on this magnificent planet. Today we will continue the water theme with messages entitled Your Mind is Like a River and A Droplet of Water. And we will conclude with another engaging and eloquent message entitled The Precious Gem Encased in Rock.
Okay, thanks Paula. The first one, Your Mind is Like a River, is short but sweet. I remember it was one of the first ones I received way back in the late 1980s. Your mind must be like a mighty river, broad, wide, deep, and open to the fresh streams of knowledge and wisdom which are continually flowing towards it. It must be ever moving, never stagnant, but there must also be parts of it that are calm, deep, and still. The second message, given on the 14th of June 2017, is entitled A Droplet of Water. Think of God as a glass full of water and yourself as a soul being a droplet of that water. This drop of water decides that it wants to know what physicality is all about. To do this, it weaves itself a dream, an illusion of physical existence. It doesn't need to leave the glass to do this because being a droplet of God essence, it is omnipresent and can create any experience that it wants to. However, the problem it comes up against is that the illusion of physical existence it has created for itself seems so real that it becomes lost and trapped within it. It forgets that in reality it is still a droplet of water in the glass. Other droplets of water are also sharing this illusion, caught up in it and not wanting to let it go, not wanting to wake up, and so they all remain trapped in their dream, all feeding each other's illusion of separation and the reality of physical and even astral plane existence, which is yet another illusion created by the mind. The third message is entitled, The Precious Gem Encased in Rock. The eternal soul which dwells within the clay of flesh is like a precious gem encased within a rock. The harshness of the surrounding environment will eventually wear away and destroy the rough, coarse outer layer of stone or clay. But this is of no concern, for it has no particular value. The precious gem will only become brighter and more polished, purified and cleansed by the abrasive action of the elements. The soul is like a diamond, the most precious of all the gemstones, and also the most indestructible. The harder it is rubbed and polished, the more shining and perfect it becomes. The harshness and difficulties faced in living out lives on the physical plane are what is required by the soul to bring it to its full potential and to polish and purify it to diamond-like perfection. Do you remember back to the time when you were a child at school, how your teacher sometimes had to threaten you with dire consequences to make you learn your lessons? If your teacher had always been gentle and sweet, never enforcing any sort of discipline or punishment for unfinished homework or studies not done, it is doubtful that you would have bothered too much. You most likely would have spent all day amusing yourself by looking out of the window or getting up to mischief. It was only by ominous warnings and threats of punishment that you were motivated enough to try a little harder to succeed. Your lives upon the physical plane are exactly the same. If every life was full of ease and happiness, only doing those things that you enjoy doing, only coming into contact with loving, compatible friends and family, and never having to face up to any difficulties, then you would never progress. You would sit back with your feet up, never being tried, nor strengthened, nor improved in any way. Unfortunately, it is a fact of life that mortals learn their greatest lessons from pain and sadness, from trials and tribulations. Each life you live, particularly the more difficult ones, refines and purifies you spiritually, just as a gemstone, uncut and in its rough natural state, must be abraded and polished before it can reach a state of brilliant shining perfection. Think of it this way: if that gem was not subjected to seemingly harsh, rough treatment, its true beauty and potential would never shine forth. The state of perfection required to return to the highest energy frequency of source oneness could not possibly be reached in just one lifetime. It is only through experiences gained over the span of many varied lives that you will be refined and purified enough to ascend to higher planes within the universal cycle. One lifetime on its own would hardly be enough to get even 1 foot on the very first rung of the ladder. Much time is needed and much patience must be mastered along the way.
Thanks, Jude and the Gray family. I love the fact that these messages started coming through so long ago, and yet they're so very relevant to where we are today, more than 20 years into the 21st century. And they're still coming through, aren't they?
Yes, they sure are, Paula. Just about enough of them to put a second Way of the Forest book together. Oh, come on, guys. Not another book, please. Speaking of which, the 5 books I already have up and available through Amazon are Human by Day, Zeta by Night, followed by The Zeta Message, then Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, and my 2 most recent books, both Kindle editions and both also available in German, An Interview with an Alien, Comments by an Undercover ET, and Cosmic Spirituality, Blending Religion and Science in Oneness from an Off-Planet Perspective.
Thanks, Jude, and thanks everyone for listening. Please share, like and subscribe. Sending you all much love, and bye for now.